guys! Here's my April Patron exclusive recipe video. I was hoping to get this out in the first half of the month. I'm not even bartending right now. What the heck took me so long? I've actually been so happily busy uncluttering and getting ready for my trip to Paleo FX. I worked so hard all last winter and I was so cheap, and I saved everything and I bought the ticket to Paleo FX. I'm still going. I'm just gonna do it on a budget. I'm gonna be doing a travel video coming up on what I ate, because I'm not buying food when I get there. Oh no, I'm bringing all the food. I'm gonna show you guys what I bring and how I travel for super cheap. But yeah, uncluttering, I mean, I've gotten rid of so much stuff and I have so much more stuff. I never really talked about this before, but in my past life, when I was married, for 8 years, I used to show and breed champion chihuahuas, and kind of like that movie Best in Show. I even handled dogs for clients at Westminster. And the reason I don't talk about it is because I know that some people are like, oh, it's, you know, breeders are awful people. And I don't know, I just feel like it's controversial with some people, so I just don't bring it up. But I also have a background working at an animal shelter, and very aware of the overpopulation. I bred very minimal litters, and I did all the health testing, and I, you know, approved my dogs in the show ring, and they had wonderful temperaments. They went on spay and neuter contracts. They had a lifetime come back for any reason thing. You know, you're not allowed to place them somewhere else without me knowing. And I was responsible for them for life. And I'm totally anti-puppy mill. I'm totally anti-backyard breeder. And money-wise, black hole money pit when you do it right. Yeah, it was my hobby, my labor of love, and I loved it. The reason I brought that up is because now I'm going through the process of uncluttering all of the things that I accumulated over those years, breeding and showing. Just tonight I went through 137 pieces of dog sweaters, coats, clothing, dog clothing, 137 pieces. Yeah, I'm gonna sell them as one big lot to someone who can, you know, retail them. It's insanity. And all the little, just the things that remind me of raising puppies, oh, my little Nene wore this t-shirt on Christmas. It says Fleas Navidad. And I have pictures, and the little pink plaid dress that Wheezy wore when she was a baby. Anyway, my 12 and 13-year-old girls are from my foundation stock of my bloodline, which was Starson Chihuahuas, and they're all over the world. I have champion in Hong Kong, dogs in Russia, loads of champions in Canada, New Zealand, Australia. Yeah. Starson Chihuahuas. I was famous in the microcosm of Chihuahuas, and I loved what I did, and I stopped because, you know, I split up with my husband and I had to get a job. That's when I started bartending. But yeah, so there's my past life, and that's been kind of an emotional journey, uncluttering all these things, because it's really yeah, I'm not gonna do that again. I'm not gonna do that again. I'm gonna put all my efforts into being a better blogger and helping people overcome their autoimmune symptoms. I feel like that's a worthy cause, and I'm not. Breeding is not for the faint of heart, and while it was rewarding and I had many champions and I had a lot of love with puppy breath, and I love puppies, but and I won't go back to that. So anyway, yeah, uncluttering, got a lot of doggy stuff. So that's what I've been doing. So about this hot sauce, I brought some to Phil. He loved it. He was like, this is good sauce. He's like, but I added some more habanero to it. And I'm like, Phil, you see, we can't have peppers. So, I mean, I have very limited things I can make a hot sauce with. So I used wasabi. And he's like, oh, okay. I can taste the kick. He's like, but I would like some habanero. He likes food that's so hot your face gets red and you sweat. That's impossible on AIP, but hot sauce is possible. This has the tang. So hot sauce, basically, when you break it down into its basic elements, it's vinegary sauce with a kick and some oniony garlicky flavor. So that's what I have made. And you can add more wasabi. The more wasabi you add, the more you have to let the flavors melt. If you just go and dump a ton of wasabi in right then and try to eat it right then, it's a little pasty. A couple days later, the amount I'm giving you in my recipe is like you can eat it after it sits for just 15-20 minutes, because wasabi powder, when you get it, and there's a lot of bad reviews on Amazon for this reason, because they didn't read the directions. Yeah, it has to stand for 10 minutes for the flavor to develop. When you just dip in there and you eat it, you're like, what's this, chalk? Oh no, it's, you know, must be bad or something. No, it needs to mix with the liquid and it has to sit for like 10 minutes. I suggest like 20 minutes just to be safe. The other thing is you can't cook the wasabi or it kills the kick. So you gotta add it in after cooking, after the food cools down. And anyway, this hot sauce is pretty legit. I enjoy it very much. The base of this hot sauce, which makes it the perfect color too, it's crazy, is watermelon. You will not taste watermelon and you will not taste the sweetness, okay? And I would not substitute another fruit. So I bought the watermelon ages ago when I was gonna do this video and life gets busy. And so I didn't want my watermelon to go bad. So I just chopped it up and I threw it in the freezer. I weighed it. It's 8 ounces of watermelon pieces. You can buy them. You can buy a fresh watermelon. You can freeze them. This doesn't affect this recipe at all. So I'm going to start with 8 ounces of watermelon flesh right in my blender. Hope it doesn't fly out this side of my Vitamix. 8 ounces of watermelon. To that, I'm going to add 50 grams of minced onion. Now, this was a 1 cup measurer, so it was like 1/3 to 1/2 of a cup. You don't really have to mince it or blending it, but just for volume measuring purposes, it might help. 2 cloves of garlic. Tamarind paste. 5 grams is like a marble the size of a 1 teaspoon measurer. 1 teaspoon of salt. 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. And then a 1/2 teaspoon each of onion and garlic powder. It would have been a whole lot easier if I had thawed the watermelon first, but. And we're going to add our hot sauce slushy to the pan. Alright, I'm going to get this going on like medium-high heat. And so this is going to reduce by almost half. It's going to be almost half. I basically weighed this when I was creating the recipe, and I started with 290 grams and it became 170. But you don't need to measure that or concern yourself with any of that. All you do is you eyeball it. You'll see when it starts to get thick, when it gets to be the consistency of a hot sauce, you're done. It's super simple. So let me see how long that takes. We'll start a stopwatch. As you can see, it starts to bubble. This is good. So that's going to help evaporate it and reduce the liquid in it. It smells yummy. That vinegary flavor of a hot sauce cannot be duplicated with lemon juice, and trust me, I tried. As this cooks, you can see it magically turning into the exact color of like a Frank's Red Hot. It's got like that orangey color to it. It's not red or pink or anything like the watermelon. It's the perfect color. I'm not sure if it's the combination of the watermelon with the red onion. I can't remember what kind of onion I used last time. I didn't write that down, but I would suggest red onion just to make sure you get this perfect hot sauce color. Alright, we're 9 minutes in. 9 minutes of that bubbling. And it looks nice and thick to me. I'm not gonna get it like any thicker than this because that wasabi's gonna thicken it up just a little bit. So I don't want it to be so thick that you can't drizzle it out of the bottle. So yeah, fun fact, I created this recipe because I had some watermelon in the fridge and I don't really like watermelon. I don't know. I like pineapple better if I'm gonna eat like a fruit flavored something or other. Just like watermelon's just so watery. So the watermelon was in there because I bought it to, in my experiment with fake tomatoes or faux tomatoes. The watermelon texture never, it always stays crispy. It never has the mouthfeel of a tomato. Just a total fail. So I'm like, what am I gonna do with the other half of this stupid watermelon? And it sat there and it sat there and I'm like, it's gonna go bad. So I'm gonna try to cook it into something. And I just kind of went from there and I was like, hey, this looks like hot sauce. And then, I don't know, I played with it and I'm really happy about it. I'm glad I had that watermelon sitting around. I'm gonna put that in the fridge for like 15-20 minutes just to let it cool before I put the wasabi powder in. So this is the brand that I've been using and it seems to do the trick. This is gonna be a tablespoon and a half. It seems like a lot, but if you don't do the full tablespoon and a half, not gonna taste hot. And feel free to pack it down. Get a good. And after this sits for 15 minutes, you can test it. And like I said, you need to let the flavors meld before you really judge it. But if you feel the need to add more wasabi, you probably could. I thought this was a nice balance. Get that mixed up. Now, I hope you guys aren't throwing away your coconut amino bottles. I'm sure you are. What normal person doesn't throw away empty bottles? Me! I even see the little top. I don't know if this is gonna fit through here. It seems like there's enough room there. If not, I'll just have to take the top off, but I'm gonna put it in like a hot sauce style bottle just for fun. Why not? I don't know if this is gonna work. Hold on, let me get a funnel. Oh my goodness, this is some thick sauce. Like, we're gonna be sitting here all day with this. There. All right. Sauce. Alright, I must know, is this gonna work? Ah, it does, it works. Perfect. Oh, I'm super excited. It's the little things. So there it is, guys. AIP hot sauce. I hope you like it. Let me know. If any of you guys live in the Austin, Texas area, come to Paleo Effects one of the days. April 25th, 6th, and 7th. I will be there. I would love to meet you. And I'll be filming. I'm going to show you guys. There's going to be a video probably next month on, you know, my travel food that I eat and stuff like that. Anyway, yeah. Love you guys. Thank you so much for your support. And I will see you soon.